The beginning of each year is the time when we set a bunch of goals and resolutions. We get really hyped about them. Maybe we start going to the gym, we start eating healthy, and all of this usually lasts a few days, 1 week maximum. After that, we're back to our usual selves, and our goals lay forgotten somewhere at the back of our minds. Then, when the end of the year comes around and we realize we haven't accomplished anything we set our mind to, we start blaming ourselves or our surroundings, and we make foolish promises to ourselves that next year it will be different, and it never is. Why is this the case? Do we lack discipline? Do we set goals that are way out of our reach? Is it the fact that there's a whole year in front of us and we fool ourselves that we'll start working on our goals next month, or on Monday, or tomorrow? Different people have different reasons. I've had all of these reasons and more. There's so many New Year's resolutions that I've forgotten about or that I have started working on only to realize that I don't even want to chase those dreams. But it's been way too long that I've let this happen, and I'm tired of looking at my list of goals in December and realizing that I haven't even started working on most of them. This year, I'm doing things a little bit differently. Instead of writing down a list of a bunch of goals that I haven't even thought about, I decided to ask myself some questions that will help me determine what I enjoy doing and what kind of a person I aspire to be by the end of the year. If you're having trouble setting goals and achieving them, I highly recommend that you grab a pen and a piece of paper and write down your own answers to the questions that I'm going to share. Are you ready? Let's get started. Your intention is the biggest aim that you have this year, the thing that will define your whole year. If you think about what you want to remember 2021 by, you'll get the answer to this question. It can be, for example, to have a year full of travel, which might be a bit tricky because of the pandemic, but let's hope that it will be easier and safer to travel soon. Your intention can also be to focus on your dream job or on your studies. Or maybe this is the year that you'll meet your soulmate and you'll remember 2021 as a year full of love. Whatever you decide, make sure that it's simple and straightforward, something that will propel you forward during the next 12 months. To answer this question, you have to take a look at your current habits and figure out what's bringing some kind of value into your life. For me, it will be reading books, listening to podcasts, and valuing my alone time and peace of mind. You don't have to turn your whole life around. You just have to pick and choose what was good last year, what deserves to stay, and what doesn't. Once you've decided what you're going to keep into your life, it's time to take a look at the aspects of your life that you're not so happy about. Maybe you don't like your current job and you want to leave and look for better opportunities. Maybe you're not happy in your current relationship and you want to be single and ready to mingle again. Maybe you're thinking of moving to a different city or a different country. Find out what it is that you don't like about your life right now and focus on changing it completely. Imagine having a conversation with the person that you want to be at the end of 2021. How is that person different from you? What habits do they have? How does a normal day in their life look? What skills do they have that you don't possess now? I find that doing this little exercise helps you determine what you want to focus on in the next 12 months. For example, by the end of 2021, I want to be a person who works out consistently, posts regularly on YouTube, and knows how to drive properly, because God knows I can't be trusted with a car right now. Life begins where your comfort zone ends. This might sound like a cheesy quote, but it's true. When we're stuck in our comfort zone, we're not presented with any new challenges, we don't improve ourselves, and nothing exciting happens. Sometimes, life itself will force you out of your comfort zone. But it's better if you decide to do it yourself. Think about the things that are a bit intimidating for you or that make you feel a little bit uncomfortable and find a way to implement them into your daily life. For example, I tend to get very shy when it comes to meeting new people. So the way I'll change this is by forcing myself to strike conversations first whenever I meet someone who seems interesting. I will spend most of this year away from home, and that will push me way out of my comfort zone. But I know that that's where the magic happens, and I'll be grateful for it at the end of the year. Everyone makes mistakes, that's not a secret. But what's really important when it comes to making mistakes is whether we learn something from them. Because as they say, the second time you make the same mistake, it's not a mistake anymore, but rather a choice. What helps me learn from my own mistakes is journaling. When you write down your thoughts on a piece of paper, you're given the chance to see yourself from a different perspective, and you can understand yourself better. Writing down what's going on in your mind will help you acknowledge your mistakes, and you'll be less likely to repeat those same mistakes. Another very helpful thing is talking to people you trust. Sharing your mistakes and the train of thought that precedes them with a friend or family member will help you pinpoint where exactly you went wrong. And getting advice from a trusted person can help you in future situations. Plus, when there's someone holding you accountable for your actions, you'll be more mindful and careful of what you're doing. The easiest way to find out what your priorities are is to grab a piece of paper and write down everything that's on your mind. When you finish dumping your brain on paper, go through everything you've written and circle out the top 3, the priorities that you absolutely must focus on this year. That way, you'll be able to set aside a few hours each day to work on these 3 things, and you won't be spending much time or energy on the less meaningful stuff. Each of us has personal qualities that we're proud of and other aspects of our personality that we'd like to improve. The best way to find out what those are is to try to explain what kind of a person you are as if you're not talking about yourself. For example, Bisera is a person who is very passionate when it comes to new projects, but lacks consistency and discipline when it comes to finishing all those projects. So now I know that I have to work on becoming more consistent and more disciplined when it comes to turning my dreams into reality. You could even ask a trusted friend to tell you what they think your weaknesses are, and that way you'll get a clearer picture of what you want to work on. When we're focused on our goals and determined to achieve everything we set our mind to, it's important to remember to take care of our own self, both physically and mentally. I have a video which I will link up here and down below, in which I talk about the most important habits that we need in order to have a good life. But basically, we need to take care of our physical health by moving our body and eating healthy. And we need to take care of our mental health by journaling, meditating, talking to friends, or talking to a therapist if we need to. No matter how hard we work to achieve our dreams and goals, none of it matters if we're physically and mentally unwell. Not every situation deserves a yes from you. You must value your own time and energy and learn to say no to anything that doesn't resonate with you. This year, I will say a big fat no to any person or situation who drains my time and energy and doesn't respect me for the person that I am. And that is all that I have to say on this topic. I hope this helps you figure out what you want from 2021, and I hope you stick to your goals, because I will surely stick to mine. I wish you all a very happy, successful, and productive year, and I'll see you next week.